Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna, PC. Today is Thursday, October 12th. This is our two-weekly community conference call. We hold this every other Thursday, once on LinkedIn and once on our private bridge, which is at 202-800-8394, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Please note, this call does not create an attorney-client relationship, and information is being presented as is without any guarantee as to its accuracy or correctness. With that said, let me start pulling up people, see how many people we can attend to by 1:30 p.m., which is my hard deadline. I'll do my best. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Thursday. Let me see how many people I can pull up. I'm going now. 10 people are asking to speak. Allowed to speak. All right. So still going strong. Lakshmi, Ashwini. Okay, I don't think I am. Okay. All right. We have enough people. Let's get started. I think Mr. Jagdish, you were first. Dobala, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good morning, Rajiv ji.
Good morning, sir.
I have a question. I'm in the initial OPT. Okay, my initial OPT is ending on December 15th, 2023. And I have an STEM OPT approval for next 2 years. And I got my notice and I got my EAD card because I paid as a premium.
Right.
I'm traveling in month of December, which is STEM OPT starting date is December. My ending is December 15th and starting is December 16th. I'm returning on December 18th to USA. And I had a call with my DSO and with my company because I'm working as a full-time employee to one of the very good insurance company in Midwest. I had a call with both attorneys. They said that as long as you school good, if they provide me the travel I-20, then you are enough. So that's what the information. Just I want to confirm with you.
Yeah, if you go to my blog on immigration.com, our website, around 4th or 5th page of that blog, there is a info map which explains to you the various stages of travel and what you should do. From what I remember, based upon my memory of when I last drew that map, so basically, as long as you can prove a few things. One, you already got that you have to have an I-20 endorsed for travel, number one. Number two, you want to make sure you can prove, if required, that during your first year OPT, you were fully employed. Okay.
Correct.
And third thing you want to do is, you want to make sure that for your STEM OPT, you have a job offer letter with you if needed.
Correct. Yes,
so as long as you have that, it sounds like it should be fairly safe to travel. All right.
Thank you.
Good luck. Drishtiji, you were next. Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I have a similar question like the earlier one regarding the travel. So currently I'm on the STEM OPT and this is my last chance to apply for the H1.
Right.
So is it possible if I can travel in December and January to India and come back before February?
When does your OPT is expiring in February, right? I think you talked to me on either LinkedIn or UD's calls.
No.
One of those two. Achha.
No. It's not expiring. I have the STEM 2 years OPT. So this is my last chance to apply for my H1. So this is the second year of my STEM OPT.
Okay. But when does your STEM OPT expire?
In the June 2020.
Yeah, it sounds like you should be okay. As long as what I told the Mr. Jagdish, the first caller, on that make sure you can carry evidence with you that shows you were employed all the way through and that the future job is also open and your I-20 is endorsed for travel. Go for it.
Okay. And one more question. Do you know, is there going to be a third chance of getting the lottery this October?
If I had 10 cents for every time I get asked that question, I would have a lot of 10 cents. So I have no idea, Drishtiji. Nobody can predict that. I think the government was better prepared for the second lottery, and whether we are going to get a third lottery or not depends upon how many people of the remaining people that were selected apply. So anybody's luck. I mean, it's difficult for me to predict which way it's going to go. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, no
Good
worries.
luck.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Let's see. Sagarji, go ahead.
Yeah, hi Rajiv ji. Thanks for hosting this session. I just had one question for you.
Right.
So my wife is currently based out in the US and I'm in Canada as a permanent resident. She just got her H1B picked and hopefully will get her approval and stamping done by January or February. Once that is done, I'm planning to sponsor her as a permanent resident here in Canada and bring her to Canada while we both live here in Canada till the time my citizenship is done.
Okay.
And then we plan to move back to the US on her being on her H1B while me being on a TN visa possibly. So I was just thinking if it's possible for her to move back on that same H1B, will she be what I've heard is she wouldn't need to go through the lottery process again. Will it be any difficulty for her to move back to the US on the same H1B? And also if there's any other option that I should be exploring at this point, if I may have missed anything?
No, I think your future would look something like this. She comes and she accepts the H1B job, and let's say she works on H1B for 6 months. And then she goes to Canada to hang out with you. She is in Canada with you, and once you get your naturalization done, she can start applying for jobs again, and she would not be subject to the lottery as long as she accepts the remaining 5 years and 6 months. She's already used 6 months. So if she only uses the remainder, what is called the remainder option, then she can apply for an H1B outside the lottery anytime. Okay? And if it so happens that you find a job before she does, you can come on TN, she gets a TD visa, comes with you and keeps applying for jobs. Okay?
Right. Okay. Is there any other option that I should be exploring at this point that I may have missed, or does this sound like a good plan to you, like on this situation currently?
अडवाणी साहब जरा आंटी वंटी झाड़ो, कहीं $1 million रखा है तो इन्वेस्टमेंट करवा दिए.
Got it. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Rajiv ji. I think that's all my questions.
You're welcome. Good luck, sir. Ashwini ji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv sir. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Sure, sir. Thank you for the for allowing me. So, okay, I have 3 questions for you and a little background of mine. I lost my job on June 9th,
Okay.
and I was on H1B, but I wasn't able to secure a job due to challenging market. So I switched to B2,
Ji.
and my B2 is valid till January 24. It was for 6 months. Now,
Ashwini
I'm
ji,
still in.
Ashwini ji, one quick question. How long did it take for you to get the B2 approval?
It's not approved yet.
Acha,
I
pending
just
hai
got
abhi.
the.
Acha, it's
Yeah,
still
it's
pending. Okay, all right,
Still
keep
pending.
going.
My biometric is done, but no update so far.
Okay.
So I have 3 options as per my understanding. If like my processes currently, I'm in the interview process with potential employers, but I'm not sure. So I was worrying about what I'll do after January 24th. So I was thinking for 3 options, like what if I were to apply for a PhD program? So how would this affect my visa status, both H1B and B2? And what if I return to India and then apply for jobs from there? So again, how it will impact my H1B?
Okay.
And then the third possibility, should I extend B2 status for another next 6 months?
Ji. So let's get the easy one out of the way. Can you apply for a B2 extension while the first one is still pending? Sure, absolutely. Okay, that's the easy one. But you have to apply before the 6 months that you asked for expire. Okay.
Okay.
Acha. Now let's look at the H1B situation. So you said you were on H1B. How long have you had that H1B?
For a year only.
Only
My
a year,
H1B
okay.
is valid till 2025.
So you are covered by the same situation as Mr. Advani did, जो हमारे millionaire थे ना, जो आपसे पहले मेरे साथ बात कर रहे थे.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah, he has the same kind of situation, what is called remainder option. If you have used only 1 year of your H1B and you decide कि भाई मुझे तो I want to go hang out in New Delhi, or wherever you want to hang out, and apply for jobs from there, sure, no problem. As long as it can be effectively done as far as your interviews are concerned, as soon as you find a job, they can apply for an H-1B, and you can come back on H-1B without the lottery issue. Okay?
Okay.
You can do the same thing living in the US if you were B2 pending, right? You may have to go get a visa stamp and come back. Other than that, there is no issue. Now, as far as converting to student status is concerned, now remember, when you have a status pending, like B2 pending, H4 pending, F2 pending, you don't have full status right now. Okay, old status has expired, which is H1 layoff. New has not yet been approved. If H1B is approved, you just have to go get a visa stamp and come back. If you already have an existing stamp on your passport, just have to go outside USA, travel outside the border, return using the old visa, H1B visa, and the new approval. So if you don't have a visa, you'll get a visa stamp. If you have a visa, you can just return with that visa.
Okay.
Okay. If you convert to F1, then because it is in between statuses for F1 also, you'll have to go get a visa stamp and come back.
Okay. So is there any issues like I came here on F1, pursue my master, then applied for H1B, stamped and everything. Then I applied for B2, as though B2 is not approved yet, but then again I'll apply for F1.
All right.
So
well,
is this gonna...
Let's look at it this way. I'm assuming your question is this a bad history for an F1? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes, like
how
it will impact me in the future.
So, I always do bottom-up analysis. What if my application fails? If they say, hey, we're not going to give you F1. That does not impact your H1B. You still have the H1B option open. So if they want to deny it, let them deny it. As long as they don't deny it based upon any allegation of fraud or misrepresentation, of which I see no sign, then what is the problem?
Right.
So, पंगा लेने में क्या जाता है रे?
So one last question, I'm sorry. Can I apply for 2 visa status simultaneously? I'm sorry, making it critical, but like for B2 extension as well as F1B, like simultaneously, can I do that?
Yeah, why not?
Or it is not?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Like I can apply for both.
Yeah. There's nothing in law that stops you from doing that. They are both legally available to you.
Okay. And I'm so sorry, just one last question. If I'll move to F1, my H1B would revoke, right? If I'll change it from H1B to F1.
Well, it just,
time, right?
you lost the status. You already have lost the status anyway. So.
Okay, so I need to go back to H1B cap again, right?
Not cap.
If I'll move
No, you're not subject to the lottery anymore.
Okay.
Lottery is not an issue. Usko bhul jao.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. Good luck. Shanamuka ji, go ahead, please.
Hey Rajiv, good morning. Thanks for hosting. I have one question.
Sure.
I'm currently a full-time software engineer, and I'm currently on F1 initial OPT, and it is expiring on January 25, 2024. Okay. And I have made some travel plans to India, November 5th to December 5th this year. Is it advisable to apply for a STEM OPT EAD and go and come back, or can I apply once I come back after December 5th?
Yeah, again, I would invite your attention to the little info map kind of thing I have. See what I have suggested there, because I did the math. There are some situations I have not covered. So what I would want you to do is talk with your DSO, see what they suggest. As long as we have evidence that you are actually going to start your STEM OPT extension, and you have the job open and you have been maintaining status, I think it should be okay. One of the things that we worry about is, and that's just my discussion with one of the DSOs, one of the problems could be, what if you get an RFE while you're gone? Okay. Would you have access to your RFEs? Would somebody be looking over your mail, etc.? So I think that's one of the practical difficulties. Theoretically, at least, it's possible. Okay.
Understood. Or if I want to avoid an RFE, can I come back on December 5th and apply my STEM OPT EAD after that?
One concern I have with that is it is too close to the end of your it's December and January, right? That's the end of your periods. Now, if you can carry evidence that your employer is ready to apply for an OPT for you, STEM OPT extension for you, maybe it's okay. But do talk with your DSO. I don't remember covering this situation specifically. Just make sure that there's nothing I am missing. I don't think I am. As long as you can prove your status, okay, and as long as you have your I-20 endorsed for travel, and finally, as long as you have proof that your STEM OPT extension will be applied, I think you should be allowed in. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Manojji, go ahead, please. Manoj Reddy.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Thank you for doing this.
Ji.
So I on my initial OPT, I just started 1 month, and I got offers from 2 companies. So first one is a consultancy company which raised a lot of H1s in past, and the other one is a new company which only raised like 50 H1s in past. Like, is there do I need to prefer on something, or is it everything gonna be same at the end?
What I look for in any H1B employer is what I look for in our own clients. First, I want people who work honestly, who don't try to cut corners. I don't care whether you are a 500,000 employee company or a 5-employee company. If you are dishonest, I would not work with you. Okay, that's the first thing. Number 2, for H1B, what is important is a genuine job offer. Okay. It doesn't matter whether the job is, guaranteed to the next 20 years or it's just for the next 3 years. So there should be an existence of a job. Okay. So size of the company doesn't bother me. We do plenty of H1Bs. We've done a bunch of H1Bs for a couple of companies doing quite groundbreaking work. They are still in stealth mode in AI and quantum computing. So, that's I don't worry about so much about the size of the company as I do about the integrity of the company as well as the availability of work.
Okay. And I have one more question. Like, I mean, both companies are not offering me like higher pay. Like, will that be an issue later on? Like,
well, as long as Manojji, as long as you are getting paid what the law requires. Okay. So what does the law require? You can go to a website called flcdatacenter.com. FLC is like foreign labor certification. FLC Data Center, all one word. And the center, the word center is spelled American way, CENTER. Okay. flcdatacenter.com. This is a government database. Then you select, you go to the, I think there is, let me see what the exact link is. Give me 1 second. flcdatacenter.com. There is something called Wage Search Wizard on their homepage.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, you click on the Wage Search Wizard and then you select the state that you will work in, select the county you will work in, and you are a developer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there are 3-4 different possibilities for a developer. You could be a software developer, you could be a programmer, or you could be a systems analyst. I mean, different kinds of jobs are available.
I'm kind of related to systems analyst.
Yeah, so look at you can select the job title, you can enter the job title in the search term, and that will give you 4 levels of wages, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Okay. Now, level 2 I think is always acceptable, pretty much. Level 1 is for people who are still learning the job, they are not quite there yet. Level 3 is, of course, people who are comfortable, and level 4 is advanced, who often are leaders also. So, level 2 is what I shoot for at least in the minimum. Okay?
Got it.
That helps?
Yeah, that helps. Thank you.
You're welcome. Samit, go ahead, please. Samitji.
Hello, Rajiv sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So my question is, my mother came to US last year on B2 visitor visa, and she had some health issue and got hospitalized, and we got a huge bill of amount $80,000.
Ouch.
Okay, so we are not able to pay for it, and the collection agency has also stopped sending letters now. Now my mother is planning to visit me here next month. So will there be any issue at the immigration due to the unpaid bills?
I don't think so, Samiji. I don't think she'll have any problem traveling to the United States. Can they sue her for those collectibles and all? Sure. But if she has nothing they can sue her for, what do I care? Okay. So while
Okay, sir, one more question.
yeah, this could be a problem for her green card if there were any government funds involved. But if there's no government funding like Medicare, Medicaid involved, then you have nothing to worry about, I think.
Okay, one more question, sir. So the admit until date on my I-94 is 27th April 2024. That is next year April. Because my passport expires on December 2024.
Sure.
And I'm traveling back to US next week. So will there be any issue at port of entry?
No, your passport is still valid. You should be okay.
But my I-94 admit date is 27th April 2024.
27th April 2024. But your passport currently is valid till what date?
December 2024.
And you have an approval notice?
Yes, my approval notice is there till 2026.
So they should give you an I-94 which is good till the date of your passport expiration.
Okay, I thought like prior to 6 months they give prior to the expiration.
I think they'll give it all the way to the date of the expiration of the passport. Double check that, Sumiji. Customs and Border Protection is actually one agency that actually answers their phone calls. So you can double check with them. Call cbp.gov. cbp.gov. Also check their frequently asked questions have a lot of information. And India has a treaty with the US for certain exemptions of passport, not everything, certain exemptions. So you can check the frequently asked questions, then call them if you don't have the answer.
But my travel to US the next week won't get hampered, right? Because of the admit until date of 27th April 2024.
No, I don't think so. I can't see how or why. You have plenty of time still.
Okay, sir. That's all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bhatt Saab, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi Rajiv. I'm currently working for an employer A, right? And they have filed an H1B amendment and extension for me for the new client and allocation. So now the question is, just before that, I would like to clarify my H1B with I-140 is already approved with the priority date of November 2020. Now, for my current client and location, they filed extension and amendment 10 days ago. Let's say if I get a new opportunity or a new offer, and if the new company files my H1B transfer into premium processing mode, so that will get approved ahead of this regular petition that is being filed by my current company. So will there be any issue for me in terms of pursuing the opportunity and going or getting transferred to the new employer? And second thing, since my current pending petitions may likely get revoked, will that be an issue in the green card processing for me?
Okay, so
at that stage.
What I have understood so far is this. You have an extension pending, or it's an amendment pending, right?
Yes.
And you have a transfer pending, right? Okay. So I don't care which one gets approved first and which one is still pending. You are pretty safe on all sides.
Okay. So irrespective of the condition, there is no implication in the future as well from the green card perspective.
One approval does not impact the other approval, nor should it impact your green card in any way that I can see.
Yeah, but the only question is since it is concurrent to the current filing and the H1B transfer, it is all concurrent.
No, so that's what I said. Simultaneously, bahut kuch chal raha, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Because see, one thing weird about H1Bs is because it's the same class. So amendment, transfer, extension, none of that interferes with each other. They are parallel lines that never meet. Okay. So they don't overrule each other.
Thank you, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Got it.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ravi Chandraji, go ahead, please. Ravi.
Hi Rajiv. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm currently on H1B, working full time for a company, and my H1B expires January 4th, 2024,
Okay.
and my extension has been filed as of August of this year, and it's still pending. So I have plans to travel to Puerto Rico and Hawaii, but my employer is recommending me not to travel because there might be a customs review, even though if
Well, hold
they
on.
fall within
Hold
the...
on. Hold on. First of all, Hawaii is a part of USA. You can go anywhere. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Puerto Rico has a little bit of different status. It is not one of our states. So on coming back, they can definitely check for admissions, like they would normally. But you have no problem because you have an extension pending. When are you traveling and when are you coming back, sir?
December of 2nd and December 10th.
So you're coming back before January when your current H1B expires. The fact that you have an extension pending, I don't see any issue. You have a visa stamp, right?
I do.
Yeah. So, I mean, you don't need it for Hawaii. I don't remember if you need it for Puerto Rico. I think you might, but I don't know for sure. If you have that, then the debate is useless. As long as you have a visa stamp, it is still valid on the date you come back. You have H1B still valid when you come back. You have an extension pending. Seems like a pretty good case to me.
Will it have any implications on the current case that is still pending?
No issue. You are legally allowed to travel. This is one of the few exceptions. When an H1B is pending or amended or transfer is pending, you can travel during that time. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. यार ये हवाई का चक्कर अच्छा रवि साहब. Good luck. Have fun. Mr. Chandra, vacation पे जा रहे हो? I said congratulations. Sounds like a good plan.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. Thank you, sir.
All right, let me move you to listening. Sanket ji.
Hi, Rajiv ji. So I have a quick question. So currently I'm on STEM OPT and is going to end in December. My H1B was approved last year with ASEAN 970 approval notice. And I recently lost my job.
Okay.
I was a contractor, so I recently lost my job. And so what is the process that I need to follow for getting the STEM exchange?
So right now, you still have your first year OPT going on?
No, this is my STEM OPT going on, and it's going to end in December.
Okay. So because you seem to have applied without change of status, you are still on your STEM OPT, right? No problems there.
And my employer, I'm not sure if my employer is going to...
Because you said you got I-797B, not A, right? Is that not...
Correct.
Yeah, I can't keep track of these forms. I think you got it without a change of status, right?
Correct.
Okay,
That's
so
correct.
that means you are still on the old status, which is F1, right? And that means you are still maintaining your OPT, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now your situation is you currently have OPT. The $1 million question is, you have an H1B approval, but you don't have a stamp. Are you out of the H1B lottery problems? That's the main question, right? And the answer is nobody really knows. If you ask the USCIS, they'll tell you, unless you get change of status or unless you get visa stamp, we don't think you are out of the lottery yet. Okay. Personally, we have done plenty of cases where there was no visa stamp, and USCIS, despite their saying they won't approve cases like this, they did approve them. So my advice would be, what it says in theory and what happens in fact could be two totally different things. If you get a job, tell the lawyers to try, see if they can get the H1B transfer. All right?
Okay.
Anything else?
And if my employer doesn't do change of status, do I have option to go on day on CPT or like go on
Sure,
B1,
because
B2?
because you're still maintaining your STEM OPT, right? So from STEM OPT to roll into a new program should be fairly easy. Absolutely.
Got
Okay.
it.
Good luck.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Shravani ji, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. So I have two questions. So first question is my H1 got picked in the second pick. So my employer is filing my H1, but the issue is my actual mode of work is hybrid, but I'm currently working remote and I'm currently out of my work location. So my employer added both of my locations. Like I have a different location in my work location.
Right.
So basically he added three addresses. One is my company address and one address in my work location and other is my current address. So I just want to know if that will be any issue now or later.
No. So there are three sites. One is your home, one is your client, and one is your company, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the client. It's like I used to live in my work location for a couple of months. So I added that location just in case my mode of work becomes hybrid. So that is two home locations and one client location.
कितने घर हैं आपके में? As long as they are both genuine locations where you'll be working from. I don't like adding too many locations, Shravani. I like to add only those locations that I'm going to use, because you don't. The petition starts looking weird. It's like, why is she listing three things if she's not going to work from three locations? But are three locations unacceptable? No. If there's a good reason for it, absolutely, it's fine to do that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And here's my second question. So, like I initially worked for an employer and they run my payroll. And then I switched a company, but they did not run payroll. And now I am with a different company. So like initially my payroll was like they were running my payroll, then they did not, although I had an employer. So will that be an issue?
Yeah, that can be a problem, because if you have a gap in your payments, it's doubtful that it can be argued that you were maintaining status. And if you lose status, everything that happens thereafter while you are within the US could be open to question. All those changes of status or transfers could become invalid. So I would strongly advise you to get together with your lawyers, have a consultation. One of the ways this can be handled is by filing a complaint with the Wage and Hour Division of the US Department of Labor saying, give me my salary. Now, there are two advantages in that. One, the Wage and Hour Division of the US Department of Labor doesn't charge you any money. They recover the amount for you. Okay. And two, even if for some reason they are not able to recover, it gives you a good reason why there is a gap. You worked, but the employer didn't pay you, or you were available for work and the employer didn't pay you. That's on them, not on you. So you should be protected. Talk to a lawyer, see what they suggest. Okay.
Okay. So actually I'm on my OPT. So like we can have multiple employers and they are like three different employers, right? So
आपकी कहानी में ट्विस्ट ज़्यादा है, कहानी कम है. I don't understand what is going on.
Okay.
You said you said you have an H1B, but then you said
I'm currently on my OPT and my H1 got picked.
Okay.
So during
it's not
my
approved
OPT,
yet. It's already
this
October.
happened.
Sorry, is it not approved yet?
Yeah, it's not approved. It got picked in the second pick.
So while you were on OPT, is this the first year OPT or STEM OPT?
First year OPT.
Okay. And all these three employers have been reported to your DSO?
Yes.
Okay. So now one employer doesn't pay you. Is that going to become a problem for your status? No, I don't think so. Now, if an employer doesn't pay you on OPT, then you should file a complaint with the local state employment department. So they are different in different states. They make sure employees who are working get paid for their work. Now, this is not necessarily Wage and Hour Division's issue. This maybe is a state department, local state government's issue. So like in Virginia, we have Virginia Employment Commission. In Maryland, we have Department of Employment Security. So every state has its own employment agency. You should contact them. And that also prevents any problems from happening. Although to maintain status on OPT first year, you only need 20 hours of work. So I don't think this is any kind of issue at all. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
कोई और twist रह गया कोला जी? Are you done?
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Bhumika, go ahead, please. Bhumika ji.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much. So I am currently on, currently I'm doing PhD from University of Cumberland, and I'm doing day 1 CPT. I started Cumberland in June 2022, and I was not picked in H1B lottery this year, so I'm still continuing on day 1 CPT.
Right.
I want to know, can I travel outside? Of course, my F1 stamp has been expired in 2022, and I want to travel, and I want to know if it is.
I think what happens with people who have a history of being in the US for a very long time on student status, getting a visa stamp could be very tricky, ma'am. So if you travel, I don't know if you're going to be able to make it back with the visa stamp. So I don't know the whole history of the case. But plus the Cumberland is well known as, the government may not like that you're going to that particular school. So I don't know. I think travel would be iffy because the visa stamping is a problem.
Okay, well, I haven't booked my tickets or something. I'm still looking into the case. So you advise that it is risky to travel out.
If I were in your situation, I would not travel until I get an H1B. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another question is that since I have already exhausted my 4 attempts and I will be having my 5th attempt coming year, what could be the other thing that I can do to maintain my status? I mean, it's too long doing this F1 and CPT thing.
No, there's nothing else. I mean, some people qualify for visas like O1 who are extraordinarily qualified. People from countries other than India may have other choices. But India, people like you and me, when I was not yet a citizen, we would have the same choices as everybody else from India. H1B, F1, curricular practical training. That's pretty much it. If you, like I said to the other gentleman, if you were listening, if you have $1 million+ lying around somewhere, we could use that. Put you in into an investment category. But people from other countries have other options. Like with only $150,000, if you were from a country where there was a treaty, you could have gotten something like an E1 or an E2 visa. So there's all sorts of things for other countries, but not for India.
Okay. Yes, I'm from India, so
yes,
I'm only left with these two. This one CPT option.
That's pretty much it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am. Palak ji, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hi, Rajiv ji. My situation is I'm currently on STEM OPT.
Right.
It's the last year, which is ending in July 2024.
Right.
And I got laid off in August.
ठीक.
So I had around 120 days of OPT and STEM OPT, which are ending on December 4th.
Okay.
So if I apply for H4 visa, and since there's no premium processing for it, it might take up to 2 to 3 months. So can I still stay in the country while the petition is pending, or I have to go back?
Yeah, that's the normal rule, Palak ji. If you apply for, let's say, status X and status Y, if you are on status X, in your case, X is equal to F1 OPT. If you are in status X and while you are still on status X, you apply for status Y, which is H4, you can continue to stay as long as Y is pending. Okay.
Okay.
So no problem at all. And that period is called...
cause any problem.
No problem. That's called authorized period of stay. You can Google that. Authorized period of stay. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck, ma'am.
That's it. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Atul ji, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm working as a financial consultant for an investment bank and a consultancy. So my STEM OPD expired next year into May 2024.
Okay.
And upon consulting my employer say, upon consulting with the immigration lawyer, my consultant said if my H1B doesn't get paid in the last time next year, I do have two options, that O1 and L1. And considering O1 is a specialty visa, it's not for me probably, and L1 is the only option according to them. And they would be seeing the condition in in London. If it is well, they might apply for it. And the second option would be to be in India.
Atulji, 1 second. For L1, you have to be outside USA for 1 year. Okay. So are they sending you to their London office?
Yeah, that's what they are figuring out. Like if the situation is well over there, they might move me to London. If not, then in India.
Okay, got it.
So the only thing I'm fine with moving to London for a year, but in India, like I'm pretty. I think it's risky. They might not pull me back on L1 because of visa issues and stuff. So what do you think in this case? Should I push them for the London thing?
I don't think it matters whether they send you to Mexico, Canada, Pakistan, India, UK. As long as it is outside USA, 1 year as a specialized knowledge employee or as an executive or managerial employee is what you need. Country is irrelevant. I don't think it matters. Okay.
So I shouldn't push them to move me to some London or the other European offices.
I don't think it matters, sir. I don't know what the corporate policies are, but as far as immigration law is concerned, it does not matter at all. Okay.
Is there any surety I can get from them, like they will be processing the L1 for me? Is there any way?
In the first year of my practice of law in 1993, I wrote a contract for a senior executive employee where we got them to guarantee that they would do certain things under immigration law, but there is no way to hold that guarantee except through a financial sting. So if I remember correctly, my contract said if you fire me in the first year, you'll pay me $1 million, next year $750, next year $550 or whatever we had decided. So in other words, it's a very difficult contract. No company will sign it unless they desperately need you.
Got it. And the only option, these two options they suggested, but there's a third option called A1 CPT, right? I could opt for that, remaining on the current F1 visa.
You could. One thing I would advise everyone who's thinking about curricular practical training, please go for a degree that enhances your career. Don't just randomly accept any admission that comes your way, because I don't want the government to ever take the position that it appears that you were just trying to game the system. Okay, even though it's perfectly legal. Okay.
So yeah, okay. So if I opt for day one CPD and they don't have this option in their mind, but I might like they won't go for L1. I would suggest for day one CPD to them, and I'm just afraid I shouldn't suggest them day one CPD because they won't put effort for L1 in that case.
No, I would love to see an L1, especially an L1A come through for you. If you're an executive or managerial employee. But yeah, okay, that's your call. But they are both options. All right.
So on day one CPT, I'm going to be remaining on the same F1 visa, right? Nothing changes, only the EAD would be renewed.
Well, the school changes, the program changes, and the I-20 changes. Other than that, it's the same.
Okay, so since it's...
Atulji, you're going to have to make accommodation for other people who are waiting. So I'll give you 10 more seconds. Ask your last question so we can finish it up. Okay?
Yeah, the last question is I'm planning to bring my wife on F2. If she plans to pursue education here on F1, is it possible to move from F2 to F1?
Absolutely.
While remaining
absolutely.
in States?
People do it all the time. Sure. Absolutely.
We don't need to move to India to get the stamping?
No, you do not.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Pradeep ji, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi Rajiv, good morning.
Hello.
So I have my H1B got picked from this year, and then I have selection copy I7, I7C, but my employer not interested to file the petition. Is there a chance that I can go ahead with other employers to file the petition with the selection copy?
No, Pradeep ji, lotteries cannot be transferred. They have to be with the same employer. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hardik ji, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, Rajiv ji. I had a recent 10-day notice of an I-140 denial, and I'm into a category of EB2 Schedule A Senior Physical Therapist.
But why was there a NOID? What was the ground for the NOID?
The ground for the NOID was the USCIS mailing address was Atlanta's office instead of Washington,
that's a
DC.
very
So
minor,
that was a ground.
very minor issue. Is your prevailing wage still valid?
I am not sure about that.
Okay, so the way it works is because you are Schedule A certified as a physical therapist. So when we file your green card, we don't go through the PALM application, but we have to get the prevailing wage. Okay, the prevailing wage takes 7-8 months, but when it comes, it has a validity period. Okay.
Okay.
If the prevailing wage is still valid, your I-140 can be refiled. It's very easy.
No, I understand that, but my question is, can I appeal on that denial notice? Is that possible?
If there is a ground, if there is a legal ground, sure. But if there is no legal ground, then, I mean, I can't tell you. So the answer is simply this. If you have good legal grounds, absolutely. If not, no.
Yeah, okay. And the other question would be, would there be any conflict if I'll file another PWD and still I go with the appeal thing?
I see no conflict. No, sir. Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay. And sir, have you ever done this kind of cases before? And have you ever got the successful results on that?
Well, I have never done a case exactly like yours, but I have done nothing but these kind of cases for 33 years. So I think I know what I'm talking about. I hope so. Okay. So
that's right.
I think it's certainly, I don't think it's a problem. Go for it. Okay.
Go for the appeal.
Go for appeal as well as a new filing. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for your time.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jashwant ji, go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So basically, my EAD is going to expire in December this year, and I have H1B approved recently under consular processing, but it's not yet activated, and I have been laid off recently. So given like my current unemployment status, can I still file for premium processing while staying in the USA?
Premium processing of what, Jashwant ji?
For the change of status.
Okay. Let's get you never got the visa stamping, right? The H1B.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing is, are you out of the lottery? Government will say no. I would still try for a transfer. Number one. Number two, you said you got laid off. You were still on STEM OPT when you got laid off?
Yeah, I'm still on STEM OPT.
Are you still working? You're maintaining your status?
I'm no longer working now.
Okay. Are you within the 150 days, the 90 plus 60 days they allow?
Yeah.
You don't sound sure. You have 90 days on first year OPT to be out of work and 60 days on the next 2 years. Total 150. Are you still within the 150 days?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, good. So that means you are still maintaining F1 status. Now the question is, here comes an employer says, Jashwant, we want to hire you. Can they apply for H1B change of status? Definitely. They can, they should. Okay. Government will tell you, I told you, if you have been hearing that USCIS says that unless you get a visa stamp or a change of status, we don't consider you to be out of the lottery. But my personal experience says that they accept these cases. So it's worth a shot, sir. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Good luck. Amrita ji.
Hi, Rajiv, sir. Thank you for your time.
Yes, ma'am.
So currently I'm on H1B visa with my employer. But my employer is having some budget issues and they have decided to reduce me to part-time for 8 weeks and then they would terminate. So I was wondering if I could go for H1B visa stamping now, since it was scheduled for October 26.
Okay. So the question is, when the company is in doldrums, should we go for visa
Yeah.
stamping? My answer is no. Because even reducing you to part-time without doing an H1B amendment is violating your status. Okay. If your
Okay.
H1B is approved for
Mhm.
full-time, they can't reduce it to part-time. In fact, if you filed a
Okay.
complaint against them, the Department of Labor will make them pay you the other half of the money or the
Okay.
rest of the money. So should you go for visa
Okay.
stamping under these circumstances? In my view, no, ma'am. You should not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I should ask them to do an amendment.
Yeah, if they want to reduce your hours, they have to do an H1B amendment.
Okay. And does it hurt the, continuation of H1B, or
No,
does it have
no.
any impact?
H1B
Okay.
can be on for part-time jobs too. No problem at all.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay. And sir, just to, extend my time for searching new job, can I apply for B2 now,
Yeah.
or?
Yeah. Do it before they
Okay.
convert you to part-time.
Okay.
Do it
Okay.
before they convert you to part-time. No problem.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you, Rajiv sir.
Good luck, Amrita ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye. Tejas ji, go ahead.
Hi Rajiv sir, hope you are doing well.
I am well, Tejas sir. Go ahead.
Good morning or good afternoon wherever you are.
Good afternoon.
I am planning to travel to India on November 22nd to Jan 2nd,
Okay.
and now I am on my STEM OPT
ठीक.
and I have read what all documents we need in your blog. But as soon as I graduated, I was with the employer for just 2 months. So should I take any extra documentation from that employer in case if they ask in the immigration?
Okay.
What
When,
would you suggest?
when did you start your OPT?
I started my OPT on July 2022.
2022.
Yeah.
So, couple of months you worked for this employer, then you moved employers?
Yeah, then I changed my employer
Okay.
after 2 months.
You should get a letter from that employer also, because remember, OPT and STEM OPT combined, you have only 150 days to be out of work. Okay. Now, you are taking a fairly long vacation, right? How many weeks?
It's around 41 days.
41 days. So that is your unemployment period. Normally what happens is, the government says that if it's a part of regular vacations given by the employer to everyone, and you are taking that vacation only, they won't count it towards the 150 days. But if it is a holiday you're taking by yourself, that gets counted out of the 150 days. So I don't want the government, when you come back, to say, oh, you were out for 41 days not working. Maybe you are already over 150 days. So it's important to carry the letter from every employer.
Yeah, but I am taking vacation. It's approved PTOs only.
Approved paid time off?
PTO.
Approved
Yeah,
paid time off. That should be okay. But again, I would carry something that says that this is a paid time off, that this is given to all employees, and you are basically taking paid time off that the employer gives to all employees, because that's the normal rule. Also discuss with your DSO, make sure your documentation is in order. I think you should be okay, Tejas ji.
Okay, and employment verification letter will suffice this? Or
Yeah, in that
should I
letter
have
also mention that Tejas Venkatesh is currently taking paid time off for 41 days. This is a benefit that we give to all our employees.
Okay. Sounds great. And another thing is, if by any chance I get picked up in the third lottery, if I am out of US, will it be a problem
Well,
for my
they can prepare your paperwork, and you'll have 90 days to apply. They can start your LCA. That takes a week. So when you come back, they can file. No problem.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
You too. Bye.
Goodbye. Palariji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv sir. Thank you so much for hosting this session. So my H1B got picked up and approved, and my H1B status was effective from this October. So I just was confused. Like, can I go for visa stamping in the last week of October? Like, that would be okay, right?
When does your H1B become effective, you said?
1st of October.
Okay. And when do you want to go for stamping?
In the last week of October.
Okay. Currently, you're still on your OPT?
I mean, my H1B, my status was changed, right?
Okay. So you got a change of status approved.
Yeah.
Okay. That change of status took you from F1 to H1B. And you've been working for that company all the way through, right? So the question is there a deadline by which you must go get a visa stamp? The answer is there is no deadline. You can go anytime you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And when I go for visa stamping in India, can I work from there for a couple days? Like, work remotely from there?
So your question is, can H1B employees work remotely? Would you continue to be paid your regular salary?
Yes.
Absolutely. You can work as long as you like.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And just one last question, and this is regarding my DS 160. So there was a section where I had to enter my emails. So I was wondering if I should just enter my personal emails or if I should put my work emails too.
I like to put personal emails. Work, who knows? It is here, gone tomorrow. So that's the way I do it.
Okay. And same goes for student emails?
I don't know what that means. Student emails. So if your school gives you an email address that you can keep forever, you could use that. That's a personal email.
Oh, okay.
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 Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, folks, I have 15 more minutes, and I think I have more than enough people. Sorry, guys, that's all the time I have today. But if you guys need me, I can try to do an extra call. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Thursday. The people who are already pulled up, I will of course take their questions. Samitji, you are next. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Good afternoon, Rajiv. Thank you very much for this session.
Of course.
I have a Pakistani passport and I have my H1B stamp.
Okay.
But I lost my I-797 while traveling last time.
Okay.
I'm planning to travel to Mexico and Canada.
Okay.
I have Canadian visa stamp on my passport.
Okay.
So, and I don't know for Mexico if I require a visa since I have H1B stamp.
Okay.
So without I-797 original, I have a duplicate copy of it. Should I have any problem traveling in and out of US?
If you read the language of the notice, the language of the notice says the original should be kept by the employer and the employee should be given a copy. So the top 2/3 of the notice, original should be kept by the employer, copy should be given to the employee. The bottom 1/3, which is the I-94, original should be given to the employee and copy should be kept by the employer. Okay. So the fact that you have a copy, that's what you're supposed to have. Now, there are plenty of people in USCIS and CBP who don't know the rules themselves. So I had a client who did not carry the original. I told him, you don't need to. Went to Canada, coming back, they gave him a hard time. They said, you should have the original. And I had told him, I said, tell them to read the notice. The notice itself says you're supposed to have only a copy. Okay. So when he came back, he said, Rajiv, they gave me a hard time. I said, okay, just file a complaint. There's something called Travel Redress Inquiry Program run by the CBP. When you file a trip complaint saying these guys were hassling me and this is the paperwork, the trip system gives you a trip number. So next time when you travel, just if they give you a hassle, just give them the trip number. That should take care of it. So this time, I think having a copy is good enough, in my opinion.
Awesome. I got one more question.
Yeah.
So I have a background in engineering. I did my bachelor's in mechanical. while I've been on H1B, I just finished my MBA on site, and I'm planning to switch from engineering to more into business management and consulting kind of roles. I'm already in the process of my perm. We filed it last June. Is there a way that I could carry over my H1 and perm without losing much progress to a new employer?
Not really. You have to do everything all over again. But how far, how much, let your lawyers guide you, Rajsab. I can't really tell you all the details because I have to look at the case. But I think chances are you're going to have to start everything from scratch, which is okay, not the end of the world. Okay?
Understood. And I heard you answer someone maybe last week. Are we allowed to do multiple jobs on H1B?
Sure. Absolutely. I had a guy who did 3 full-time jobs on H1B. So I was asked when I filed the third H1B, they said, how can he be working 120 hours a week? And I said, well, he just carries, in those days we used to have pagers. I said, he just carries pagers from 3 companies. He's on call 24 hours a day. He's a senior database administrator. He only gets called when something blows up. And once you have Oracle-like databases set up on a Unix system, they never blow up. So there's hardly ever any problem. So he gets paid for 3 full-time jobs. That was okay. I got my third approval.
So does he have to do amendments with multiple employers?
You have to do.
The employers.
You have to do concurrent H1B. You have to do a concurrent H1. So let's say employer X did your first H1B. Employer Y will do a concurrent H1B. Employer Z or Z will also do a concurrent H1B. First one is original, other 2 are concurrent. Okay.
So wouldn't they feel like we are going to compromise on our employee if we allow him to work for another as well?
Does
they have a say?
That's the employer's problem. I mean, I can't comment about the corporate policy. But in
do they have a say?
USCIS has no issue.
If I want a concurrent one? Yeah.
Well, yeah, they could fire you. They could say, no, you can't do a second job. Go away.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay.
That makes sense. And since you said...
Samiji, I've got to go. There are other people waiting.
Okay. Understandable. Thank you very much for
your time. Good luck. Yeah, Venkataji, go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv. Thanks for organizing this session. I just have a very small question related to my approval copy of my I-140, which was not given by my employer since a while. And I tried FOIA several times, but every time I received a response saying my records were not found there. I don't know what to do. I don't have my A number. All I have is my I-140 receipt notice. I would like to get a duplicate copy. I know they might not give an original copy of the approval for the I-140, but it's just trying to get a duplicate of that. But I don't know what to do. I tried FOIA several times.
When you applied for a Freedom of Information Act request, what documents did you ask for?
So I have submitted my driver's license. I have given my I-140 notice.
Venkataji,
I'm sorry.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to, in the FOIA request, you have to put down what you are asking for. Right.
I mentioned requesting for a duplicate copy of the I-140.
So that's the wrong thing to do. You just say, please provide me a complete copy of my immigration file.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let's see what pulls up.
Yeah. Okay.
Provide a complete copy
I'll just put this in my notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Tejas ji, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are from.
Good afternoon.
And thank you so much for hosting all of these sessions. So, sir, I'm currently employed with the University of Utah and currently on my first year OPT on F1.
All right.
Being an educational institute, the university will be applying for an H1B in a cap exempt position for me.
Perfect.
But I was worried about the transfers between the cap exempt and a cap subjected H1B and the rules following that. So if you could just throw some lights on that.
Yeah, so the rule is, as far as cap employers are concerned, you still have to go through the lottery. Okay. So having a cap exempt H1B gives you no advantage. Clear so far?
Yes.
Okay. So you can keep applying through cap employers every year that you're holding cap exempt. Number one. Number two, there is a weirdness in the law. which says if you are holding a cap exempt H1B, it is legal for you to have concurrently a cap H1B also. So if the university is, you're working with the university, then your professor comes to you and says, Tejas, you are the bee's knees. I really want you. I have a company and I want you to work concurrently for my company as well. Now, he's not a cap exempt employer. You can actually do a concurrent H1B to hold a cap exempt and cap position at the same time. But if you let go of your cap exempt position, then cap goes away too. So you've got to keep applying every year for quota, lottery quota. Okay?
Got it.
And one more thing before I forget. So the same professor says to you, you know what? Let me talk to your department. Maybe we can cut down your hours at the university to 20 hours each week. And you can work 40 hours for me. That's perfectly okay. University will do an amendment. He will do a concurrent H1B. You can hold both jobs together. There is no requirement that the cap exempt job be full-time.
Got it.
Okay.
I just had one more question, sir. So do people usually face issues when transferring from a cap exempt position if we are already on H1B cap exempt to a cap subject line?
Not at all. Why should they? I mean, the factor that you are going from cap exempt to cap creates no further difficulty than any regular H1B, just like a regular H1B.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Yep. Thank you so much, Rajiv ji.
You're welcome,
Have
sir.
a great day.
You too, sir. Rahim Saab, go ahead. Muhammad Rahim.
Good evening and good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
and thank you for your lecture, sir.
Of course.
I just wanted to know, I want to go to US for work, and what should I do? I don't know. So I thought I kept on listening.
Rahim Saab, USA is a pretty restrictive country when it comes to work. Which country are you from?
I'm from India.
You are from India. So basically, are you studying? What is your background?
I'm working as a screening specialist in one of the companies of headquartered in Sweden, and it is in Pune. I'm actually in Pune right now.
Acha. So there really is no easy route for you into USA. I'll recommend that you read the information on two government websites. One is the State Department website. Let me give you the link. It's travel, as in traveling, travel.state.gov. Gov is in government, travel.state.gov. Very good information. And also uscis.gov. Okay. So these two websites will give you all the basic information you need to have. You're always welcome to come back and ask me any specific questions you might have. Because the question you asked me is very open-ended. There are too many ways I can talk about. They're not available to everyone. But no harm in at least checking out what the options are.
Yes, thank you so much for,
You're welcome,
for
your
insights.
My pleasure. Good luck, sir. Sejal ji, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for hosting the session. So my H1B got picked in the current lottery, but yesterday I saw, and then I received the RFE, and then I saw that my application got denied. So would it be a better idea if I also apply for the next year's lottery, and also if I appeal with the current application?
Okay. So Sejal ji, I don't know. I think you look familiar. Are we connected on LinkedIn?
I messaged you yesterday.
Okay, because I remember kind of this face looks familiar. Okay, so the way this works is, and I think I told you that already. The way this works is, when you have a lottery H1B, unless it gets approved, you have no benefit of the lottery. Okay. By the way, people who are waiting, guys, I'm not going to have time today. Sorry, I have to go. But I'll finish only the panel that I already have up here, okay? We'll talk next Thursday, or if you guys really need for me to do a call, some emergency or something, I'll try to do another call in between 2 Thursdays. So Sejal ji, if you don't get the H1B lottery approval, then you've lost the lottery. You've
Yeah.
got to keep applying every year, okay, just like normal, okay. But if the
Oh,
H1B
okay.
is denied and you win that either in a motion to reopen, reconsider, or an appeal, or a lawsuit, then you are
Yeah.
looking good, no problem at all.
Okay, so I still don't know, like I still haven't received the denial notice, like the reason
Oh,
behind the denial.
yeah.
So
Until
if
until we know that,
yeah,
we, as in the sense of people who are on your side, not just us,
Yeah.
your lawyers, until they know exactly why that has been denied, they cannot really tell you what the problem is. Sometimes it can be something minor and dumb, and sometimes it is just a problem with the petition or the way it was filed. Those are difficult to correct. Okay.
Okay, but there is a chance that like there is a way that I
Absolutely.
can
There is
appeal with this fund, right?
There is always a chance. Yes, ma'am. Your lawyers can
Okay.
help you decide whether you have an option or not. All right.
Okay, so currently my application was filed with Deloitte. So I'm working at Amazon. So should I do you recommend if would it be a good idea if I change it to Fragment or private attorney outside
Well,
the
the
company?
problem is Deloitte,
Yeah.
if they allow you to work with an outside counsel, great, sure, get an outside
Okay.
counsel. But because even the appeal is an application filed on behalf of the employer, they may not want to work with outside counsel. So you can ask them if they let you work with outside
Okay.
counsel, by all means go for it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Good luck, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
Pankaj, go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
That's great. That's great. Thanks for hosting the session. So I have one simple question related to H1B transfer. I will just give a background, very short background.
All right.
So I graduated in May 2023 itself, and I already had an offer with Amazon, and they postponed my joining date from May to December. So this December 2023.
All right.
In the meantime, I have joined another company as a software developer, and also Amazon has filed my H1B, and it got picked in the first lottery,
Okay.
and it approved, and we selected consular processing.
Okay.
But now actually, so currently I'm on the first year of STEM OPT. I just want to make clear. Now, actually, want to know about the transfer process since I have not joined Amazon and my H1B is Amazon, but I want to actually work with this company going ahead. So, is there in what guidance?
Okay. So
will you?
so the question is, if my H1B gets approved, and we are already in the fiscal year for which it was approved, can I transfer the application without ever going to work for the company that sponsored me? And the answer is, in my opinion, yes. If you ask some other lawyers, they might say, no, you have to work for the company that sponsored the H1B. I don't think so. We've done cases like this, transfers like this, without ever joining the petitioning employer. Okay. So what I would suggest is discuss it with the lawyers of the employer that you're going to apply through and let them guide you. Personally, I think it should not be a problem. Okay.
Okay, so what you suggest is to talk to the lawyers in my current company?
Yes, because that's where you want to stay, right? You want to transfer your H1B to the current company, right?
Yeah.
Talk to them. And if they tell you that, no, it can't be done, just tell them to reach out to me. I'll be happy to give them my experience. If they don't have that experience, I'll be happy to share mine with them. Okay?
Okay, that's great actually. That's
sure, no problem.
Thanks a lot. I think that
You're
should
welcome.
be actually.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Liana, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you for hosting this session. I'm currently in L2 visa, and L2 is expires on April 2024. I'm not sure about my husband's company. Are they going to extend our visa? My husband is L1A right now, and if they will do at the last moment, I am worried about myself. My perm application is pending right now. And it will. I'm expecting that to be approved after 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
What are my risks if they will apply for extension last minute? What I need to check.
Okay. So first of all, if your employer is willing, who is doing your perm application, even if you ended up going back to your home country, the perm can still go on, the green card can still go on, and you can return when the green card is ready. Okay.
Okay, only the war going on in my country, I really don't want to go back. I prepared L2 visa stuff. I opened the company that E2 visa stuff.
E2. I think you have talked to me, haven't you?
Yes, I multiple times.
Yes. I kind of sort of, yeah. E2
yes,
is
and I want to.
E2 is great if it works for you. I love E2s because you get work authorization.
I want you to proceed.
Of course, we'll be happy to assist you. No problem.
When I need to contact.
Yeah, just reach me. Send me an email to help@immigration.com. Help@immigration.com. Okay. No, I like E2s. E2s are great because you get work authorization. Your husband gets work authorization. The visas can be extended forever. There is no limit. So, and in the meantime, if you guys find a job, you can always convert. And your perm can also keep going on while the E2 is pending.
If E2 is pending, and also if the extension is pending, my husband's extension is pending, am I safe?
You are safe.
That you were also mentioning about 245K. Even though my husband's extension will be filed, but the last
I wouldn't want to do that. No, I wouldn't want to do that. What happens is, under I forgot I think it's 8 CFR 245 something. Under that section, there is an automatic extension for him to continue working for up to 240 days if his L1 is timely filed. I don't remember if you get the same benefit as an L2 holder. I'll have to check the law. I think you do. I'll have to check the law on that. You can have your lawyers double check that. So as long as something is pending, you are in status. As long as either you file your E2 or your husband's company files the L1, L2 extension, while you are still holding status, you can continue to stay and maybe even work. So that's not an issue. You are safe.
Okay, so what I need to check from my husband's company to make sure that the extension was filed for me as well.
Yeah, as long as they file your extension and your husband's extension, there is absolutely no problem in staying if the extension request is received by the USCIS before your current status expires. Okay.
Great. It is only extension. Yes, there is no also adjustment of status.
No, there is no adjustment. No, that's just an extension.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your answer.
You're welcome. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Puneet ji, go ahead.
नमस्ते राजीव जी।
नमस्ते जी।
सर मैं अभी इंडिया के अंदर हूँ एंड कुछ डिफरेंसेस थे मेरे एम्प्लॉयर के साथ, तो उन्होंने मेरा रिवोक कर लिया था H1B। मैं ऑलरेडी 3 साल कंप्लीट कर चुका हूँ।
अच्छा पुनीत जी, यू आर होल्डिंग H1B फॉर अ व्हाइल। आप 2-3 साल आपने करे हैं उसके ऊपर, है?
जी सर, या 3 इयर्स मैं काम कर चुका हूँ एंड मैंने एक्सटेंशन के लिए अप्लाई नहीं किया था। मेरे एम्प्लॉयर के साथ कुछ डिफरेंसेस थे तो उन्होंने मेरा रिवोक कर लिया था, बट मैं टाइमली इंडिया आ गया था।
ठीक है।
अब मेरी सिचुएशन ये है, मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहता था कि मैं अभी अगर वापस टूरिस्ट वीजा लेके यूएस आ जाता हूँ एंड देन इफ आई वांट टू चेंज माय एम्प्लॉयर, कैन आई स्टिल डू दैट? And if yes,
I find
do
that
I need to
no
take
hold
any
on
permissions?
hold on back off. This is a very uncomfortable situation. पता क्या होता है पुनीत जी, अगर आप if you are using your tourist visa or business visa to enter and you have the intention to convert to an H1 etc., government can create a problem. It used to be a law on the books that actually said that there's going to be a problem. That law has been taken out by the Biden administration, but I think the basic principle still remains. Nobody should enter using a B visa when it is their intention to convert to a long-term visa. Okay. हाँ, ये बात अलग है कि if you enter and then you change your mind after a few months for whatever reason, that should be okay. So what I would advise you is if you can get a job while you are still in India, get your H1B transferred, go get a visa stamp and come. That would be the best thing to do. I would not advise B2.
Okay.
अच्छा, एक choice ये भी रहती है कि अगर आप B2 पे आ रहे हैं, B1 पे आ रहे हैं, and you have no intention to convert, etc. But while you are roaming around and somebody offers you a job, get an H1B, but get it stamped from outside USA. Don't try to do a change of status.
ओके, तो मतलब मैं आ सकता हूँ एंड अगर कोई मुझे जॉब ऑफर वगैरह करता है तो फिर आई कैन स्टिल टेक दैट चांस, राइट?
Yeah, but the only thing is, when you are at the airport, Customs and Border Protection asks you, if they ask you why are you coming, if for you to say I'm coming for just sightseeing, that's a lie. That's a misrepresentation.
Okay.
And if you say I'm coming to look for a job, but I'll go out for visa stamping, and they let you come in, then you are fine.
Okay.
But they may not. They may say, no, go back. Apply for an H1B and come back. So that's a tough choice for you. But I would never want to misrepresent.
आप करते हैं कि मैं मतलब इस इंटेंट के साथ ना आऊं B2 वीजा लेकर, and instead I should find right from here.
That's what I would do.
And then I should.
That's what I would do. Or I would come through something like Abu Dhabi, where the flight back to India is not that much time. And I would declare my intention that, look, guys, I'm going to look for a job, but I will not convert to or do any illegal work. Once I get the H1B approved, I'll go for a visa stamping. I'm not going to do a change of status. I know the law.
Okay, sir. एंड सर एक फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन और था छोटा सा. मेरे जो फियांसे हैं वो यूएस सिटीजन है, तो अगर मैं टूरिस्ट वीजा पे और हम लोग मतलब सून वी आर गोना गेट मैरिड, तो अगर मैं टूरिस्ट वीजा लेकर आता हूँ तो आई नो दैट मेरे को कुछ 3 months का टाइम वेट करना पड़ेगा.
Well, no, it's not that simple. Puniji, it's not that simple. You should not enter with any intention of changing or adjusting status. Okay. If you are coming with a plan, so you should enter like you are going to go back, just like a normal person. And if in a few months there is a change of plans, I think that's okay. But don't have any preconceived intention of remaining in the US for a long term. Okay?
Okay. Yes, sir. I got it.
Good luck, Punichi.
Those were my questions, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Tanmayji, go ahead, please.
Hey, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for the session.
Of course.
So I'm on my first year of F1 OPT, and I've had a hard time to get a job. So I took up a volunteering position at my university as a volunteer research assistant.
Sure.
It's an unpaid position, and unfortunately, I have a medical condition, and I'm not able to treat it here in the States because of the long wait times for the appointment. So I'm planning to go back to India and get it treated. So will it be a problem to re-enter US with a volunteering position?
Well, that's a little difficult for me to give an exact answer to. Okay. So because this is with the university, I see that you have it in your profile. This is for a university. If you can get a letter from the university that says you were working with them, volunteering with them, and that they will have this volunteer position open for you when you come back, I would do it. I mean, if after all, health is number one.
I have a letter which states that I will be working with them till May 2024. That's next year.
So, I mean, if you have that, and you also can document the fact that you were working for them so far, okay, cover both these periods, and the need for you to travel, the medical necessity, I think you'll be okay, Tanmayji, but I can't tell you how it is going to play out. I think, once again, the way I look at life is very simple. Health is the first priority, so I've got to go take care of that first. Everything else is secondary. So what I would say is, put your head together with your DSO. Make sure your I-20 is good to travel. Take any suggestions they might have. If you're not sure, come back, talk to me in one of the conferences. We can explore it further. But I think in your particular situation, because it is a university that has a job for you, you should be okay, I think.
Okay. Thank you. That's all.
Good luck, sir. Malik ji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv. I have a question.
ये क्या आवाज किसी की नाम किसी का? What is this?
Sorry, my husband is on another call. I'm just asking on behalf of him. Sorry.
जी.
Yeah, so my question was, he's currently with employer A, and he's on H1B, and he's looking to change. He's basically changing his employer to employer B, and they're initiating his H1B transfer.
Okay.
While that's going on, and before he switches to employer B, before he joins them, he wanted to get his H1B stamped.
Mm-hmm.
So he will still be on employer A when he gets the stamping done. So we just want to understand how it works.
No. Hold on. How long will he remain with employer A after getting a visa stamping?
After getting the visa stamped, it probably 2 weeks notice, and then like once back to will be like a 2-week notice period, and then leave.
See, I am not aware of anything in writing that says this is okay or not okay. Personally, I'm just a little uncomfortable with these situations.
Okay.
I would rather that you transfer employers and then go get a visa stamp.
Right. Okay. So you suggest not to
Yeah,
go now?
because you have no intention of working with that employer. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that. I prefer
Because
to.
we had scheduled our leave months ago,
Ji.
and this came in the middle of that. So we thought ki theek hai, we'll go ahead with our leave and get our stamping done.
But Mrs. Mullah, you can always go to a neighboring country, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Bahamas. So I would rather have you transfer the H1B and then apply for a visa from a third country that is taking third country nationals.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's another question that I have. Is it okay, because we're Indian citizens, so is it okay for us to do that? Because I've heard that it causes
No.
issues.
It's perfectly okay. No more issues than applying from India. It's perfectly okay. You can do a web search for third country national US visa processing. Okay.
Third country
national US
Uh,
visa or H1B visa processing.
Okay. 1 second. My husband will just talk to you. 1 second.
You guys are tag teaming me.
Sorry, Rajiv.
Haan ji, Malik
your
sahab.
time.
Your wife was very ably
Yeah.
representing you, no problem.
I know. Yeah. So I don't know if I didn't hear what she said, but
No,
I'm
what
going
I
to
told
give
her
you a quick-
was, I'm uncomfortable where you go and apply for a visa through a company that you intend to leave with a 2-week notice when you come back. I just don't, I don't know how I feel about that. So I would rather avoid that situation. I would rather have you do the H1B transfer. Then after the transfer is done, I would go get a visa stamping done. And you can go to any of the neighboring countries. You don't have to go to India.
Okay. Yeah. I guess, the logic behind doing that thing was we just had a baby, so my wife was going to travel. So I was like, if I can squeeze my travel plan along with hers. So that's the only point we were trying to figure out this path. But I guess if you don't recommend, then we could try a third country.
What I would recommend is let Mrs. Mullah travel with the baby. And you follow when you have joined the new job. If you can take time off, go get a visa stamping done. Okay.
Sounds fair.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so guys, I'm sorry. I wish I had enough time for everyone. Today, this is all the time I have. Normally, I have to do a hard stop at exactly 1 hour. We went 15 minutes over, and I started 15 minutes early. So we'll do it again next Thursday on our personal conference bridge, 12:30, same time. The trick is to just get there a little early. Okay, 10 minutes early. Normally, I start answering questions even before the time. So, all right, I'll see you guys again in the next session or whenever we can meet. Good luck, and it's great talking to all of you. Bye-bye.